Hi, everybody. Thank you all for coming in. Does anybody have any canning questions tonight? Hi, Gardener Josh, Arsenic Element, Louis Mastro Mateo. I watched some of your videos this week. Well, I watched, actually, some of all of your videos. Everybody in here right now, all three of you. I've watched some really good videos this week. How's everybody doing? I am live from the craft room. Please excuse the craftiness behind me. It is a work in progress. Lots of good projects going on in here. Can anybody hear me? Let's see. Let me get on my phone and see what I can see. Make sure that it went live. Oh, there's Josh saying hi, Tammy. Jen, I got tea going tonight. I definitely need more coffee. You didn't supply me with a whole pot of coffee today. Hi, Carol. Thank you. Sound is good. Tiny Cat 71. Thanks for coming in. I don't know what 5x5 means. Oh. Yes. Coffee tomorrow, Jen? Caramel this time, maybe? Or mocha? I have my secret stash of flavored coffees at Jen's house. So, thank you all for coming in. On Saturday, I'm going live at 11:30, and Mennonite Farmhouse is going to be my special guest. Oh, Carol, if you have a second cup of coffee now, I'm not sure how late you'll be up. Pretty late, I'm sure. Caramel. All right. Yay on the caramel. Hedgehog Homestead, thanks for coming in. I saw your video of your property and getting somebody out there to look at stuff and get some utility lines put in. A cinnamon stick in the coffee mug. That sounds actually pretty good. I have cut back to English breakfast tea for after 5 o'clock. Everybody's saying hi to everybody in the chat. Thank you all for coming. I put out a video yesterday and I am amazed. It is an oops video and it is doing really good. My camera oopsied and in the middle of videotaping put everything in slow motion. Everything. And I'm like, how am I going to save this footage? How am I going to save this video idea? So I had to redo it, but I put the slow motion stuff in as B-roll, and I have had over 300 views, which is pretty cool for me. I got 9 hours of watch time, and I actually, with the 9 hours of watch time, I was given 7 hours of watch time from YouTube. Their math is a little funny. I didn't have a video last year to take off any time from yesterday, but whatever. So their time they gave me 7 hours. So I rolled over another milestone. I have 2,000. Look here, make sure I do it right. Here. Ken Lang, sorry. I have now reached 2,900. Finally, 2,903 watch hours. So I am excited. I finally got past the 2,800 I've been stuck at for 6 months. So let's see. Carol used Kona coffee with fresh ground cinnamon. Smells great. Can't have cinnamon much anymore. I find it bothers my asthma, but I did used to love it. So sometimes I like it, just not a lot anymore. But the English breakfast tea. Yesterday I had a fruity tea for my after dinner drink, and it didn't didn't go down as well as this English breakfast. So, I mean, it's breakfast somewhere, right? Somewhere it's breakfast. But anyway, I am going to try to do lives. If anybody wants to come up, I can put the link in the chat. I've got to find it here, down here. But if anybody wants to come up and chat with me, I do have a guest for Saturday, but I am scheduling some. If anybody wants to be a guest and featured on my Saturdays at 11:30, shoot me an email. It's my name at all lowercase at gmail.com. And I will line up some guests and we'll do some spotlights of other channels that need to grow. So I'd love to do that on Saturday mornings at 11:30. So just shoot me an email and we'll have you as a guest and feature your channel. I'm not quite ready with the StreamYard and stuff to do any of those show and grows, but I've been studying. I've been watching Mr. Boots and Bounty. Wednesday nights, Mr. Boots and Bounty has a great show, tutorials on how to do stuff. He's stepped it up a notch. I now have Nightbot. So I haven't played with Nightbot yet. I'm afraid to play with Nightbot in the chat, but I have added Nightbot. So we'll see. But yes, Josh. Cosmic Cultivators. Peace, love, and happiness to you too. King Poopa. Hi, Dustin. Thanks for coming in. So if anybody wants to come up, the link is in the chat. So feel free to come on up. Dustin, you have so many hot peppers. I am amazed. I am amazed at your hot peppers. I did some more winter sowing today. Jen, who's in the chat, gave me some milk jugs. So I've been working on my winter sowing. I'm trying to get some winter sowing going. Yeah, I agree, Carol. External hard drive is the way to go. I have to download everything off my phone to do another video. It's all hard to do. Oh, good. Thanks, Jen. Save them. I'll be out tomorrow. Maybe I can get some fertilizer from the barn to go with them. So. But didn't get much canning done today. I went and visited family. I haven't seen my sister since before Christmas. And so I went and saw my sister today, and I saw my niece and my great niece. So it was pretty cool to get to see family today that I haven't seen. Thank you, the big C word. So that was a lot of fun. Came home. One of my boys crashed and the other one is busy playing a video game. So I actually have a little peace and quiet here in the craft room. So I'm taking advantage of that. Yes, I know it's dinner time. I actually haven't eaten dinner yet because I ate a big lunch. So I haven't needed any dinner. Still potting. I bet you are, King Poobah, Dustin, still potting up peppers. That is a lot of peppers. A lot of peppers. And I haven't even started mine. Naps do sound good, Carol. Definitely. Definitely some naps. No, I just thought I would make sure that I just use my Thursday time. Like I said, if anybody wants to pop up, come on up. The link is in the chat. All right. If you need it, I can post it again. But nope, just gonna dinner isn't for 5 more hours. Oh, ouch. But just thought I would keep my time going. And if anybody wants to ask canning questions, this time slot is going to be reserved for that. And then Saturdays is going to be more of a share and grow time. Ooh, Carol had a big salad. Nice. That's on my list of things to plant today is salad greens. So, but we had cheesy potato soup with kielbasa for supper last night, and there is a big, huge bowl of leftovers. So I think that's going to be supper tonight for me. Jen, if you make too much spaghetti, you can save it. I know somebody that would love to have it for lunch tomorrow. This girl right here. I don't get spaghetti very often right now. Probably should make some. That would be good. Just your work schedule. Yeah, it's hard. You have to take your lunches and your dinners and your breaks around your work schedule. That's for sure. Oh, that is the benefit of being retired. Your work schedule becomes what you want it to be. That can probably, oh, good. Yum, 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 yum. Double bonus points if there's any garlic bread left over. Not shy at all, am I? Oh. I love cheesy potato soup that way. So good, Carol says. Yes, it was really good. This kielbasa had a little bite to it, though. It was kind of the spicy. It was not, definitely not the bland. Definitely not the bland. But definitely working. Oh, so. But yeah, if there's anyone in the chat that has a canning question, just go ahead and throw it out there. Just making sure, you know. I'm sure you could. Oh, I'll make some tomorrow if you want. I can make it from scratch. I'll even bring my own garlic. Oh. I already have butter in your fridge, so I'm good that way. Maybe, if there's any left. You had 3 Reese's after your salad. Oh, yes. Sugar is addictive. I'm really trying to cut back on white sugar, and it's been hard. I eliminated Mountain Dew out of my diet, and I've been drinking water. Trying to drink at least 12 ounces of water. I know that doesn't sound like very much, but for someone who doesn't like water, that's a lot. So I've been really trying to drink water. Hedgehog's Homestead. Thank you for the lid popping video. That was awesome. And learning how I pop a without breaking the lid is awesome. Thank you. That video was an oops. I really, my whole footage got ruined by all of a sudden in the middle of the video, it went to slow-mo. And so I had to, and I lost so much of the first part of it. And it was like right when I started talking, it went to slow-mo. And so I clipped out the part in slow-mo that I thought I could save, and then redid the video and used it. And that's the first time I've ever used slow-mo video, and it was not on purpose. And it's went really well. It's like it had over 300. Let me see how much it is. I didn't do a new video today. I had one scheduled to come out today, and I didn't post it because I was doing the live. 318 views, 4.4% click view rate, and everybody's watching it all the way to the end, which is just amazing to me because I was like, oh, I don't think this is very good. And it's went really well. So I might have to do some more slow-mos, although I don't know. Oh, I can use the air fryer. What is the best way to can cat gear? Well, if I were Vietnamese and I ate cat, which I don't, but I would do it just like chicken. So I would can it just like chicken. So that's my opinion. Take it for what it's worth, but I don't do that. Definitely use it in Chinese food would be my guess. Just a guess. Yes, definitely thanking the Lord that there is a voiceover, because I was like, what am I going to do with this footage? Yes, I love Papa Top meals too. That's a good way. I like the way you phrase that, Barb. Grey Wolf Outdoors, hello. Nope. I would keep the rice in the Mylar bag. Rice is better done fresh. You can it. I know a lot of rebels who do. I don't, because it takes up too much space. And right now my jars are at a premium. So I would not be canning rice right now when I could keep it for 25 years on the shelf without cooking it first. So, but a lot of people do want something hot and instant. I just think it's not too long to cook the rice. So, and rice cooks so easy. I mean, bring it up to a boil, put the rice in, leave it for 3 minutes, shut everything off, walk away for 5-10 minutes, come back, and your rice is perfectly done. So I don't know why I would, I can make rice in 10 minutes. I can't get Chinese food delivered in 10 minutes. So I'm not too worried about having the rice pre-cooked. Hi, Bruce. Thanks for coming in. If anybody wants to pop up in the chat, the link is above, or I can repost it. But thank you all for coming in. Tonight we're doing some canning questions, and on Saturday we have a guest. So, and if anybody wants to be a guest on one of my Saturday shows, please send me an email and I'll get them all scheduled. I think after this Saturday, I'm having a friend of mine, come in and talk to us on how to create a food forest. He is my mentor on that. I watch everything he posts about his, because he's right here in northern Michigan, north of me. So I know if it'll grow for him up there, it'll grow for me here. And he makes his own terra preta and some rice ferments, bokashi, I think it's called. Don't quote me on the pronunciations of all these. And he has a beautiful food forest, absolutely beautiful food forest up in northern Michigan somewhere. So I think he's agreed to come and be a speaker and talk to us about building your soil. Because, having the microbes in your soil increases the nutrient value of your food. So if you are eating food that has had sprays and pesticides and all sorts of stuff put on it, you're not going to get. Yes, I can make sure Gear is a mod. That's not the way. That's not. Nope. Why? Oh, I can't do it in StreamYard. Let me get my phone and make sure. I think I can't see who's a mod on StreamYard, but yes, whoever, if you're a mod, please get it. And Fishes, if you have to go, don't worry. I know you're busy with Mom and your son, so don't worry at all if you have things you got to do. So let me get on here and figure this out. I wonder if I count as my viewer here. There we go. All right. And so, sorry for the echo. Oh my goodness. There we go. Now I'm in here. All right. They are now moderators. There's a whole bunch of moderators now. Okay. All right. Hey, Courtney came in. Hi, Courtney. Oh, good. Come on up. Do you have the link, or do I need to post it again? I'm in the craft room, and I just you'll be fine. Bam. Ooh, King Poobah. I think you're one too here. Let me make sure. Oh, yeah, you are too. All right. It's in the chat if you need it, Courtney. Utter Chaos Hobby Farm. Thank you for coming in. How often do I use my electric canner, or is there something I won't can in it? Nope. I haven't found anything yet I won't can in it. The pork I did recently turned out fabulous. And that was my trial on would I do meat or not. And it did wonderful. So no, the only thing I do is I use it for my small batches. So anytime I have, just a few things or a trial, then that's what I'll use it for. Homestead Aquarius, thank you. You just missed my gardening talk. I am going to have a soil specialist and food forest specialist coming up and talking in a live. We haven't established the date yet. So I was just talking about how he makes his own soils. I think is the word terra preta and bokashi, and he's my mentor on that. So hopefully you'll have some questions and things I can ask him for that one. Louis Master Mateo, I hope I'm saying that right. Am I able to dehydrate frozen vegetables, vacuum seal in mason jars? Absolutely. In fact, the first thing I recommend anybody trying to dehydrate, if they've never dehydrated foods before, is actually frozen vegetables right from frozen, because they're already blanched, they're already chopped up, and quite often you can get them for $1 a bag here locally in dollar days at our grocery store. And I can't grow vegetables for that price. So go ahead, dehydrate them. And then, yes, go ahead and seal them right in mason jars or in Mylar bags, whatever. I've been following Chris for a long time. I've actually been friends with him and met him in person. And the stuff he does with his food forest and terra preta, I actually traded some plants to another friend of ours that had went and saw Chris before he came to my house, and I actually traded him plants in order to get terra preta that I could inoculate my beds with. I it was amazing, and those beds have done really well, where my beds before that didn't do well. But yes, definitely you can dehydrate vegetables, and that is the perfect thing to dehydrate if you're a beginner, or like me. When I find it on sale, I grab it and dehydrate it, because it takes up a lot of room in my freezer, but it takes up this much in a pint jar. So, and it keeps a lot longer dehydrated. He does not have a channel, Fishes and Loaves. He is just on Facebook. And I can send you the link to the group and you can ask to join it. It is specifically for people in Michigan, but I'm sure if I used to be an admin, so I'm pretty sure if I tell him who you are, he'll add you. Barb, I need to can up another batch of chili. I make a lot of dried apples for my grands. Dried apples don't last here. Like, they're gone the same day. I just core them and slice them with my mandolin right into my Garden Master. Yeah, I love dried apples. My kids, they're picking them out of the dehydrator before they're even fully dehydrated. It's almost impossible for me to get any dehydrated and put away. Jamie's Country Living. Ugh, went to the store. Fed animals, not too much, but it's raining and dreary. We got 6 inches of snow here today. So, and we got the rain before that. So it's ice with snow covered. So I'll trade you rainy and dreary for icy and slippery and not so good to drive on. Jamie, I'm going to tell you, mandolins are dangerous. I do not like to use a mandolin because I like having all of my fingers and all of their skin. So when I see a mandolin, I'm like, oh no, I almost
Oh
pre-band-aid
my God.
before I do it.
Sorry.
That's okay. I'm trying a new light, and I've got this ring light, so can you see my rings in my? It's like
that's why I don't wear my glasses anymore because of the constant glare.
Oh, somebody talked about the banana cake challenge. Just a minute here.
Oh, I didn't know there was a banana cake challenge.
Oh, well, you missed Will It Grows live last week or early in the week or somewhere in the week, in the middle of the night. The one that he couldn't do it first because he didn't have any power.
Oh, okay.
He challenged me and where did they go? To do a there, Cosmic Cultivators.
Hey guys. Sorry. I'm like in my pajamas. Not gonna lie. It's super cold out, and like all I felt like doing was sitting in my pajamas, and yeah. So
I lost my sweatshirt today. I took it off and I can't find it. So I'm sitting here freezing in the little craft room.
Oh.
I know I gotta find my other one, but I didn't want to dig through stuff. It's in the clean laundry basket. But yes, Will It Grow issued a challenge the other day to make the best banana cake, not banana bread, banana cake.
Oh, that's interesting.
So it's so far, as far as I know, it's Will It Grow, Cosmic Cultivators, and myself. So if you want to join in, I'm sure you're more than welcome. I have made my banana cake, and of course I canned it in canning jars.
Bruce, my cheeks are not red. There, is that better? I am extremely pale though, so that I cannot deny.
Yes, your Gridden is right. Apple chips, banana chips, and jerky are the 3 best dehydrator snack foods. What do you like? Do you dehydrate, Courtney?
Yeah, I have a Excalibur 9 tray dehydrator, and I use it all the time. My favorite is dried onions. I love that. However, you cannot do that in your house. I did it in the house, and everybody was pissed at me. Even my mom was taking me out to dinner, and she comes in the house. She's like, "Oh my God."
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. That'll cure your sinuses real quick.
It didn't bother me. I really love onions, and they don't make me cry. Not at all. Like, it doesn't matter what they never make me cry. And I love onions, but however, like, not everybody feels the same way. So yeah.
Oh.
But it's pretty funny.
Yeah, I love to do onions in there too. But I had a plug-in on my front porch, and I would just, maybe that's why my mail carrier hated me. Well, she still hates me. She's just not my mail carrier anymore.
If I really wanted to practice my biological warfare skills, I would just be, well, my husband already does, because he dries all those really hot peppers. So, and he does it out on the porch, and it still comes in this house. It's like freaking crazy.
You have homemade pepper spray at the ready.
Yeah. For real.
And not the lightweight bear stuff. You have the polar bear version.
Yeah, for real. That stuff is harsh. Hey, fishes. Sorry I'm late. I was feeding my son. My son started acting up, and then I brought him up here, and I was going to feed him. I'm trying to do like the sensory thing, the like tell me what you want, like kind of thing with him. And so I took him to the kitchen. I said, "What do you want to eat?" You know, like trying to get him familiar. And he brought out a box of Jiffy Mix from the cupboard. I'm like, I'm not making cornbread right now, honey. So, yeah, so I made him some toast with peanut butter. And so he ate that. And now my husband's trying to take care of him. So, yeah. I didn't know. Is Yosi in here? I saw Yosi's name. Oh, okay.
No, I haven't seen him come in yet.
Oh, he said Yosi because of the polar bear. Yeah. So, yeah.
I'm jealous. Carol can grow bananas. I can grow a banana tree, but it only gets about 2 feet tall.
Yeah, I actually had banana seeds. I don't know. Did I send them to somebody? Can't remember. They were the pink ones, and they were supposed to be hardy bananas. And I have those seeds. I wanted to grow, and my husband so discouraged me from doing it. I want to do it sometime. Like, I think it'd be cool, but
my brother, who's passed away, always had a banana tree. My mother had one, and then I think that thing was like 20 years old and never got more than 3 foot tall, and never did very well. She'd take it outside every summer, in the house every winter, and then my brother had a couple of them. But they left him outside in winter, and they don't do well in the snow in Michigan.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't. Yeah.
Carol, you would not want to do oils and butter in your dehydrator. They would go rancid. So you don't dehydrate anything with a lot of oil or butter.
Yeah. Anything with, it just doesn't work.
You could dehydrate the Jiffy cornbread after it's been cooked.
What's here? I'm sorry. Oh, did I send the banana seeds to you? Okay, cool. Yeah, those, I mean, I really wanted to grow those things, man. I couldn't remember who I sent them to.
We have to do the coffee challenge.
Oh,
I still got to get those seeds to you so that you
I have some seeds now. You don't have to. I bought them. Yeah. Okay. I just haven't done it yet. And what I want to do
find them right now
is I'm getting a grow tent for my basement. So as soon as I get that set up, my husband wants to buy a spider one. They're like freaking $700. What the hell am I going to do? Like, but I wanted to just buy like a regular grow tent, for the basement, and then grow all year round in the basement with stuff. So we'll see. I would love to do the coffee because they say coffee takes a couple years anyway. So,
and I think you have to have a couple of them.
And my gardener does Homestead Aquarius.
Yep, that's where I got mine, was at my gardener.
Yeah,
and they're back in stock. I looked yesterday; they're back in stock.
Yeah.
He has some amazing stuff. I was looking through his catalog yesterday because he was online and said they'd restocked it. And I'm like, oh, I got to go look. But it's not in alphabetical order. So it's like trying to find something in his catalog. You either have to know what you want, or you have to go through hundreds of pages with A to Z on the same page and not a reason that I can figure out.
Maybe we should do a coffee challenge. That would be kind of cool. Like, especially see if you can like get it to grow.
Just to sprout.
Yeah.
Can you get kind of leaves? Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I've done banana chips. I've made banana chips before, and those are good. However, when you dehydrate them without lemon juice, they turn brown, but I don't really care. In fact, I think they taste better without the lemon juice.
And there's something about when the brown bananas are healthier for you. So
okay.
That's actually, when it turns that color, it's actually healthier. There's more, I can't remember what it is. There's something about it that's actually healthier. That's why I like using the brown skin bananas for banana bread or banana cake is actually more nutritious than using the green ones, which I prefer. I just happen to have 3 really dark brown bananas on my counter the morning after that live. So I whipped it up, but I don't have the video ready. I was kind of waiting for everybody else to do their video and then I could do mine. Because last time I did mine.
Yeah. Wow. I've never had this less of makeup on one of my live streams before. It makes me feel so.
You look beautiful. You look
feel horrible. Thank you though. let's see, what else was I going to talk about? I can't remember. But yeah, I love you guys. If you guys really are into dehydrating, the Excalibur 9-tray dehydrator, I love it. You know, there's several different ones, and the round ones, people talk about those. And I like the 9-tray one because I can load that up with herbs and stuff. Typically, I don't do a lot of herbs in there because in the summer and the humidity, it takes like 3 days to dry that crap. Like I have a heck of a time. So what I do typically is just lay them out and let them dry on a paper towel. But the dehydrator, I mean, it's so awesome. Like I've done a lot of cool things in there. Garlic is really good. Like I dehydrated garlic in that. What I did is I chopped it up real fine. I have a Ninja food processor. And I chopped it up real fine, and then I laid it on like parchment paper, and then I put it in there. And then that way it was thinner and smaller, so it could dehydrate a lot faster. It didn't take very long. It was pretty cool.
I like to make my own garlic powder.
Yeah.
It has more flavor.
It just smells better too.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, it just smells. It smells better than everything else.
Yes. Just trying to read some of the chat is going by really fast, so I'm having a hard time reading it. Oh.
Well, there's a lot of people in here, Tammy. That's awesome.
Yes, there's 19.
That's good. That's good.
My hours are starting to go up. I'm very excited. Yeah. I'm very excited. I had 9.9 hours on a video yesterday, and so they gave me 7 on my monetized time. So I'm down.
The more lives you do, the easier it is to get your hours. A lot of people think that they can just make their hours on videos alone, and really you can't. So
no, I haven't been able to. Yes, please hit the thumbs up. Thank you.
Hey, Becca. Dude, I'm so excited to have you guys come to my house.
I forgot to tell her about our call last night. I'll have to tell her.
Okay. I'm so excited. It's going to be so cool. We're going to have so much fun. Be a good time. Live for Shed Wars 2. Oh. Yeah. What did I steal earlier? I'm so confused. I didn't catch what you said. The chat's going by really super fast.
Like whoosh, whoosh. I probably should have put it on slow-mo, but I've never needed to because I'm like, please.
Actually, to read the chat on slow-mo is great. To be in the chat on slow-mo is a pain in the butt.
I know, that's why I haven't done it. They all better behave though, because I got Nightbot now.
Ooh.
Yeah, Mr. Boots and Bounty did a tech talk last night and how to put Nightbot on your StreamYard. So yeah, I'm like, well, I'll try it.
You really have to watch with Nightbot because there's like a lot of lingo in there. It's like, what? I had to read it like a couple of times to understand exactly what I was doing. Yes. Because if not, you can like mess some stuff up.
Yeah, well, he told us what to check to get rid of so you don't have the annoying stuff going on with Nightbot, like Nightbot putting your friends in timeout. And then he also showed us a site to go to that you could customize some things on there.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes, Robert. You could make the clay shards for Terra Preta really easy if you have a source of clay. I do not have clay. I have sand. So I have not made my own. I have just bartered for some of Chris's. Chris doesn't even know I bartered for his Terra Preta.
Now you got me like wanting to do something crazy in my basement. Like I just want to I want to grow something that I can't normally grow.
Coffee.
I really want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see. Maybe we can do a coffee challenge.
Ooh, I can get some clay. Becca knows where I can get clay. Yay. But yeah. Were you in here earlier when I said I'm gonna have a friend here in Michigan who does his own Northern Michigan food forest, but he makes his own soils and soil amendments like Terra Preta and Bokashi, and he has inoculated his food forest ground with all this stuff.
Wow.
And so he's going to come in and talk to us about how to do that and how his results have been. I think I've known him for about 8 years. He's been building this food forest for about 8 years that I know of. And he has some amazing plants in there. Okay. Thanks, Carol. Thanks for coming in.
Yep. Thank you. Thanks for supporting Rubble, guys. Appreciate it. Share her out.
I just really appreciate it. I'm just really trying to get my hours in. It is not easy.
No, I worked. And I sometimes went live 2 times a day.
I remember. Oh, yeah. By the way, I will be live on Courtney's channel tomorrow at noon. Eastern Standard Time.
Yep.
So please be sure to be on Courtney's channel tomorrow at noon.
Oh, hey, Cosmic. Dude, I'm so excited about meeting you guys, and they're coming to the meetup that we're doing, so I'm excited about that. It's just gonna be a lot of fun.
I'm excited. Hopefully I'll be able to get down there for part of it. If even if it's just for a day during the day. You're not that far. I could run down for the day and come back.
Okay. Well, that'd be cool.
You're not that far. I just got to figure out when in that time. I could
well, I mean, if you can't, there's that other weekend we can still do something.
We can do both.
So.
We'll do both.
Oh, okay.
We'll try to do both.
That'd be awesome.
I'm ambitious. If I can do something in that one, I don't know I can do something that first weekend when everybody else is going to be there. But I know I can do the other one.
Yeah.
You will still be alive, Becca. You have your own personal nurse today. I just haven't, been in there and bugged you because I know you want to rest. You'll text me when you want me. Oh.
10 hours right down the road. Well, at least it's not like if we went to visit Fishes from here, it would be like it's forever. So
I think she's like 23 to 25 hours from me. Just saying.
Yeah, that's probably about right.
If that's straight through driving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, I'll be in after my live. So.
Yeah. I don't know. So I've dehydrated a lot of stuff, but not. Oh, I had made fruit roll-ups before.
They're good, aren't they?
Yes, I made blueberry ones. I made blueberry ones. They were really good. The only issue I had with that is you have to put a lot of sugar in it to make it.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, they were really good and my son liked them. So
I take my applesauce that doesn't have sugar in it, just plain applesauce, and make them out of applesauce. And it's quick and easy. You just have to use the sheets with the lip so you don't spill the juice out.
Yeah.
My kids just absolutely love applesauce fruit roll-ups. And you can take the flavored gelatin and mix in the applesauce to make them fruity or flavored.
Nice.
So
it'd be fruit snack almost.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm into that.
And you can puree zucchini and use Jell-O to flavor it into fruit snacks.
Oh, cool.
Yes. Deborah Arrington has a question. What is your opinion on Rubble canning butter for long-term storage? I have butter stored that I have canned 3 years ago. So, as long as I follow the method that, what is her name? I can't think of it, but I've posted it in the group. I've posted it in the Facebook group that she uses. I can't think of her name right now. Oh, I hate it when that happens. She's not posting videos anymore, but she did that, and I really liked it. So I would do butter again if I needed it. Right now, I don't need any. Oh, Barb made fruit roll-ups with plums, no sugar, and apple pear. When you can butter, it's a little bit more like ghee because you remove the milk solid proteins out of it. So it has a little bit more of a nutty taste, it doesn't taste like butter. It's a little different.
Yeah.
But it still cooks very, very well. Cat's cradle. Yes, thank you. Yes. Thumbs up. Cat's cradle. That is the method I use. Thank you for reading my mind and posting it in the chat. But that's how I did my butter. And that's how I do my cream cheese, and my cheese is her method. So.
I'm sure this summer I am going to be canned out. I plan on doing a ton of tomatoes this year. Like at least 3 rows. That's my goal. I want 3
peppers.
rows.
You're going to be canning a lot of peppers. Maybe dehydrating a lot of peppers.
They're all hot peppers, though. I don't know what the heck I'm going to do with that. It's all my husband. He wants to make hot sauce.
Hot sauce is easy.
Yeah.
Hot sauce is really easy.
We made it before, but he used like mangoes and pineapple and like some really, really hot peppers and like made this concoction. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I made my own ketchup and barbecue sauce. FYI, do it at the end of the season when you hardly have anything left. The reason why I say that is because it wastes so much tomatoes to actually, like, I did like a whole bushel of tomatoes and I made 3 quarts of ketchup. So
I have a barbecue sauce recipe, but it's not coming out until I did a video and I scheduled it for Father's Day weekend.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm going to be gone that weekend. So I did the video, but I have it scheduled way out. I have been making a video every day. And some days I've been filming as many as 4 videos to have some already made up. I had a video for today, and because the jar lid one was doing so well, I did not post it today. I knew I was going live, so I didn't post another video today. So I think I have 15 videos ahead right now. So yeah, we have a recipe for hot sauce. We actually have two videos posted for 2 different hot sauces on Rubble Canners, a red hot sauce and a green hot sauce. And they use tomatoes and peppers. I have a big thing I bought a store-bought number 10 can of tomatoes to do ketchup. I just have not done the ketchup video.
Yeah.
And I happened to find that number 10 can for a couple of dollars at the Bump and Denton store. So I'm like, that'll be perfect to use for making, because I don't want to open my canned tomatoes to make ketchup.
Yeah. Well, the recipe that I used was my great grandmother's recipe, and it called for cloves in it and cinnamon to make it like a little spicy. It was more like a barbecue than anything, but it's pretty good. There's vinegar in it, so.
Yes. We think of ketchup as a tomato product, but originally ketchup could be made with mushrooms or nuts. It wasn't necessarily just tomatoes. There's all sorts of ketchups. Ooh, fermented hot sauce. Yummy.
Yeah, that's what my husband did, is ferment his. So it lasts longer. Yeah, I bought him a whole fermentation kit. There's this fermentation kit on Amazon. It was like Honor something or another. And it comes with like the tubes on top.
Yes.
The things. And so I got him that I think I got it for him for Father's Day.
I call them bubblers, but that's not what they are.
Yeah, I don't know what they are either. Tubes.
But they have the little
the little air leaker. Yeah, the little air leaker things. That's my technical term, everybody. So I got him 3 or 4 of those, and it kind of looks like a mad scientist project. But
I am stashing away wine bottles right now, which is not easy to do when you're not drinking the wine yourself. But I got a book on distilling for Christmas. So I want to try a little bit of maybe making either elderflower champagne wine, whatever you want to call it, or elderberry wine this year.
Ooh. I hope my elderberries do good this year. I propagated so many last year because we had a huge bush and we chopped it down, and then we used what was left over from that and made more. So I had like 25 elderberry bushes that I made out of one bush. And so I propagated those and put them all along the fence out
Ooh.
back. So I'm hoping we get some kind of elderberries this year. Like it will be, I know the one year we had so many. I like had a whole bucket full. And I had a hard time even keeping up with them versus the birds. Like I had to go out there and like basically fight the birds for 'em. But
One year I made 144 pints of elderberry jelly.
nice.
Yeah. My aunt liked it, and so I just kept picking them, and my mother kept freezing them. And then when I got done, I had so many elderberries in the freezer I had to make. My aunt's like, "Will you make me some more of that jam? Will you make me some more of that jam?"
Yeah, that would be good.
I have no idea what she was doing with all that jelly, but it made her happy.
I make that like an elderberry syrup for when you're sick and stuff.
Yes.
I can make that.
I make it, but I leave out the cloves and cinnamon because I don't like them as much. I mean, I do put the cinnamon, like a little cinnamon in it, but not as much as some of it calls for.
I love the smell of cloves. I love everything about it, but sometimes you can way overdo it and then it just like tastes like crap then.
Yeah, you really do have to, because it'll get really tall. You're right.
Yeah, ours was like 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
That's why, and it was starting to look bad. That's why we cut it in.
Yeah.
But it started to grow again. Like it had little shoots and stuff coming back out of it. So
I have to propagate some this year because my secret picking areas all got brush hogged. So I'm like, wait, those were good things, not bad things. So now I need to propagate some, but I have a really good lead on where there is a bush here I can take a cutting from. So, and I've tried planting them from seed, and they have not come up from seed.
Yeah.
That jam till he's 5 years old. I have done that. And I did find one case. I found one case I still have of that elderberry jelly.
Keep it up, Josh. Keep it up. I'm short, but I'm not that short. Yeah. Dork.
Courtney's high. Everbearing mulberry, is that like it'll produce year round or twice a year? How is that? You down there, you could grow the mulberries that are like that long, like as big as my hand. We only get the tiny ones here, if you can get to them before the birds. I planted a white one this year, so I'm hoping the birds don't attack the white mulberries as much as they do the brown. And my white mulberries are sweeter, so I planted a bunch of white mulberries, dropped them around, and covered them up to see if I could get a white mulberry tree to come up bush. My birds have not done well transplanting them for me to the new property. I put out bird feeders where I want the birds to plant things. It's a food forest secret. You want the birds to leave the seeds they've eaten and see what comes up. You put the bird feeders out in that area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have a food forest. I planted some things in it. I planted mint and wild strawberries. Let's see, mint, wild strawberries. We have tons of apple and pear trees over there. And we already did our first layer of mulch, so we'll have to do mulch again. And I planted valerian root over there. I planted mint in several places. I planted borage, but I don't think it did so hot over there. I don't think it did good at all. I planted some borage over there and it just kind of seemed to die out. So I don't think it liked the shade from the trees. I think that's what was really going on.
I planted some bee balm this year, and I could not get lemon balm to grow. Planted bee balm, it transplanted itself everywhere.
Yeah. What's the difference? There's lemon bee balm and then there's lemon balm. I use the lemon bee balm, I think.
Yeah.
It
I don't
smells the
know.
same.
It looks the same to me, but
Hmm.
the one took off, the wild type took off, and the garden type did not.
Yeah, I have a ton of that. Actually, I planted that in a pot because I know it's part of the mint family. And it'll just go wherever it pleases. And so I planted it in a pot and it comes back every year in the pot. So
I did not know that about borage, that borage tea, thank you, Barb. Borage tea from fresh leaves is a great painkiller. I did not know that.
I didn't know that either. I just know that the little purple flowers taste like cucumbers. That's actually why I wanted it, because I love cucumbers. But it really wasn't all that worth it for me. Because they're just so small. It's just like, I don't know.
There is a wild mushroom, that the saddleback mushroom, or the dryad saddle, and it smells like cucumbers. Like I can be driving by with my window down and I can smell that mushroom and find it. It smells so much like fresh cucumber, like you just cut open a cucumber. It is so delicious smelling.
That's cool. Yeah, cucumber is like one of my favorite vegetables. So, yeah. Hey, Green Thumb Prepper. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you. And I think Hickory Croft is here too, but I didn't see them when I was. It's the chat is just like scrolling like fast.
It's good. Yeah, but you got a lot of talkers in there too.
That's okay. I like talkers.
Good. Yeah, it's good. Oh yeah, with veggie dip. Oh hell yeah. You know what? We're gonna have to do that for the get together. I'll make some like spinach dip. Boom. Hopefully by then I'll have cucumbers in my garden and I'll use my own. I might. I'm not sure. I should. I think by that time. I can't remember if I had them more towards the end of June or the beginning of June. Probably towards the end. We'll see.
Monk the monkey, welcome. I've never seen you in the chat before. The weirdest thing I've ever canned here in mid-Michigan was ground ostrich. Tastes like beef, by the way.
That has to be weird.
It's a red meat. It looks like beef. It looks like canned hamburger. It was just so different. But tasted good.
Yeah, that's interesting. There is I love this park. It's a wildlife safari park that's like, it's near Youngstown. It's not too far from me. And they have ostriches and zebras and all different kinds of cool stuff. And you go through like on a wagon or whatever. And so we're feeding these ostriches. I didn't realize how nasty they were. They were so nasty. I have this little bucket that's like this big, and I'm trying to feed this ostrich, and it's just like pecking so hard at this bucket. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I'm going to lose my fingers.
They're dinosaurs, Courtney.
They're nasty little buggers. They really are. Yes. And they put them in with the zebras because the zebras are really nasty too. So the zebras and the ostriches get along really well because, because they're both nasty. So they put them in together. But it was like, you weren't allowed to feed the zebras because they would bite you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah. The best part about that park though is I love camels. Love camels. And the best part about that is they had a camel that followed you through the entire park. And it would like stick its head in the wagon, like wanting your food. And it was so stinky cute. And then they had a baby camel, but it wasn't free. It was like, and it's still in its, like, I don't know, cage, I guess you would say. I hate to say that.
Fenced-in area.
Yeah, fenced-in area. Because it was still a baby. But then they had the big camel, and it was just so adorable. I was just like in awe because I love camels.
Oh, okay. Now I recognize you, Ollie the monkey. Thank you for being here. Now I recognize. I just was, Teresa Rose. Hi. Thank you for coming. I really, really appreciate all of you for being here and supporting my channel and taking time out of your day to be here, because that really means a lot to me. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for coming in and hanging out too, because like that's really good for your views. So
Yes, and I just really need the time. I'm working really hard on my watch hours. So thank you. Every second counts. I don't know how
if you guys have a community page, please share her out too. That helps. And then people can watch too. So
Venezuela, I just feel so bad. I just pray for those people, because I just can't imagine what they're going through. My parents talked about going through the Great Depression, and I think Venezuela is in their Great Depression right now, and I just pray that that's all I can do is pray for them. You're a newbie. You tried canning sausage and it was awful. Sage, the spice that they put in sausage, turns really, really bitter.
Yeah, somebody else told me that.
I cannot stand it in the canner. So when I can sausage, I have made myself, and I do not include the sage. I sprinkle that on it when it's open and in the frying pan. I do not put sage in the canner. It is, I know like some people have problems with cilantro, and I find that I'm the same way with sage that's been canned. I even, after a couple of weeks, it tastes so bitter to me I can't eat it.
Yeah, who else? I can't remember who. I think I learned that from you, but it wasn't on YouTube. It was because of your Facebook group. So I have not grown sage. I need to start because I burn it for different things. Like I have a sage stick, and then you can also eat it. So cilantro tastes like soap. It only tastes like soap if you have that taste bud, but it doesn't taste like soap to me.
Yep, that would have been the problem, Teresa. It was store-bought and they had sage in it. And they probably had, if it's, good store-bought sausage will have quite a bit of sage in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not a big fan. You know those Bob's Evans sausage things that you can get, which by the way is like the best sausage ever. I've tried to compare it to our local meat market sausage, and it was just like, this isn't Bob Evans. Like, but I've had the all sage like sausage, and I just don't like it. I don't. It's too much.
It's my mom was big on sage, and I have her sage plant still. I've transplanted it to 2 different houses and kept her sage plant. And she was like, like when you had the stuffing at Thanksgiving, you better like sage, because it was a little bit of bread and a lot of sage. Yes, cilantro. I love cilantro, but Barb, you are from Latvia, New York. I need to talk to you.
Patty's in here. I haven't seen you in forever. Hey, Patty.
Yeah, Barb, my family all comes from, on my mother's side, all comes from Latvia, New York. You're the only person I've ever heard from there. My great grandmother is buried in the cemetery in Latvia, New York. So, yes, thank you for coming in, Patty. Thank you. How is your move? I know you've gotten settled in. You've posted a couple videos, but how are you liking it now that you're moved? Sage and cayenne pepper with honey tea are good for sore throats and to clear sinuses. Yes, sage is antibacterial. So making a tea with sage is very good. And cayenne pepper will definitely clear your sinuses.
I love cayenne pepper. I'm typically not a hot kind of person, but it is good. It has a really good flavor.
Yeah. I'm going to grow cayenne peppers this year.
I did last year. I have a whole little mason jar of red pepper flake.
So my goal is to make my own paprika.
Ooh.
and I got a recipe given to me, kind of recipe. It says, these are the 17 kinds of peppers in paprika. So I'm not growing 290, Dustin, but I will be growing about 17 different varieties. And
Oh, I never thought about putting it in ramen. Huh.
Oh, my kids like the hot and spicy ramens, which would be cayenne pepper and yeah.
Interesting.
You are exactly in between Buffalo and Rochester. I know where Buffalo and Rochester is. That helps me place where
Me too.
Bafia is now.
Not too far away from me.
Yeah. I've only ever seen Bafia on New York on my genealogy paperwork. It's one of the few places in genealogy we've never went. My sister and I have been to a lot of cemeteries, but I just found the one that this great-grandmother is buried in the last year.
I grew green thumb pepper. I grew paprika peppers last year. I had a heck of a time with peppers last year. They just weren't mature enough to get any peppers on them whatsoever. And then by the time I got a ton of peppers on them, it was like end of fall. And I just had a heck of a time. And then I had those grow bags, and I had a horrible time with grow bags last year. I struggled last year, believe it or not. I showed a lot of that, but a lot of people just think I was just like all success, and really it wasn't. I really struggled. I had those grow bags, and they did horrible. I'll never do grow bags again. Never. Not unless I have like a plastic underneath them or something to keep the water in. I had a horrible time. So I had peppers in them, and I put a bunch of paprika peppers in there, and I got like maybe a handful. So I got some paprika, but not a whole lot.
Thank you, Barb, for the pronunciation. I will try to correct myself now. Thank you. I've only ever seen it in print. So I have those like tubs I'm going to grow peppers in this year. But somebody told me that peppers like to be crowded, so I'm going to probably do 3 or 4.
They like to touch each other.
Yeah. So I'll probably do 3 or 4 in each of those round tubs. So I have to kind of figure out how many tubs I can. I don't think I'm going to save seeds, so I think I'll be able to plant different kinds of peppers together.
I did 1 gallon ones, green thumb. I love grow bags. Don't use the small ones. I won't grow in fabric pots smaller than 10 gallons. Oh, okay. I was looking on Amazon today, doing a little shopping, and I found 2-gallon black plastic nursery pots, and I can get 20 of them for $50. I'm thinking about doing that because those are more permanent. Like once I have them, I have them. Like grow bags and stuff, they'll rip, and like they're fabric and like whatever. But I found these ones on Amazon I think I'm gonna get. So
I was lucky. I got some plastic pots that are, I think, 5 and 10 gallons.
Oh, okay. So maybe I should get bigger gallon. Do you think I should get bigger gallon than 2 gallon?
You're asking the wrong gardener, because I'm a lazy gardener and I didn't even have a garden last year. So
yeah. I just want to have extra spots just in case.
I got them off Facebook Marketplace for $5 for a like huge stack of them. So you might want to check Facebook Marketplace, because that seems like a lot of money Amazon wants.
Garrett Grindin, you'll have to check out the Tinkerer's Wife, her Facebook. She is an amazing gardener. She moved, so she doesn't have access to it anymore, but she's super smart. She knows what she's talking about. She's amazing. I like rank her up there with Howie.
Yeah.
Like she knows what she's talking about. She knows all the plant names. She's amazing.
I was watching Howie's channel before I ever created a channel. I when I got interested in food forests, he was one of the first channels I found. So I've been watching him for a long time before I met him and knew who he was.
Yeah, you have to check out her channel for real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's cool.
I think every other person in here is a mod, so somebody could drop the link down there. Yes, we have a huge stack of the pots out there.
Yeah, I just wanted to get those cheap greenhouse ones that I don't know, that you can get a tree in,
Yeah, that's what these are, but I got a whole, like,
yeah.
Don't make fun of my height, Josh, but I probably got 4 foot tall stack of them out there. Like,
what's up with all these short gardeners? Oh Lord. I can't help it.
But I just, we didn't get to putting any soil in them last year. So I've got to get my garden actually laid out. I have the raised beds and I have all the big pails, but they're not in the garden where the fence is. Me and a doe deer have a standoff going on in the garden. Year before last, she gave birth to twins in there and they never left. Why leave? Everything you need is there.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a pond. There's, a whole bed of lettuce I planted, everything.
That's one thing who told me? Hey, Court looks whatever, Bruce. These height jokes are just like, really? Come on, guys. But now I totally forgot what I was gonna say. Oh my Lord. You just blocked my brain.
Homestead Aquarius says if you want to grow healthy peppers, 5 gallons is about the minimum you want. They make big roots.
Yeah, I know I have a heck of a time pulling them out of the soil at the end of the year. That's for sure.
Your garden has 35 4-gallon black planters and 16 5-gallon buckets, plus a lot of miscellaneous containers. I did a container garden, but my neighbors in town did not like it. It did not fit with their aesthetics. Thank God I didn't have a homeowners association, but I am on a first name basis with the city guy that they kept complaining to. If you're watching this, Aaron, hi.
Hey, Jesse, it's good to see you. Full Throttle Junkie. What's up?
Hi, welcome.
I love talking about gardens and dehydrating. Like this year, like I'm going to dehydrate so many herbs. I'm so freaking excited. I have a ton already, but I just need to replace what I have given out and stuff. But I had purchased a while back this oregano. It's called hot and spicy oregano, and it smells just like pizza. It is so freaking good. And I put it in all like my pasta sauces and stuff. So I can't wait to get that going. I'm going to dry as much of it and chop as much of it as I can. And I got lemon balm. I'm going to cut and dry as much as that as I can. I'm going to try and grow a bunch of dill. I have parsley still out there. I had no idea that parsley sticks around forever. And I have literally it's almost taken over my little one section of my herb bed. So I have to really actually watch it. I would like to grow my own rosemary, but I suck at it. And I had like little sprouts of rosemary and they were just so small. They were so small. So I cut them out and I put them in with when I made steak and potatoes, and I just like threw them in there. Oh, yeah, I'm glad you like that oregano. I sent it to Fishes and I think Bruce. I think I sent you some. I sent it to a lot of people, but you two are the ones that I remember the most. But yeah, that oregano is good stuff. And it's so easy. Like once you get it started, it's so easy to like just kind of lift it up and like start it somewhere else. Like it roots really easily. Yeah.
Yes, Hickory Craft. My neighbors were ridiculous. They thought that my yard was their yard. They had some real problems there in town.
I'd be so angry. That would be.
I
I'd be putting
I
up
was
fences.
angry that he was plowing my yard with a full-size tractor and ripping up my yard, and the police did not get his very drunk ass for it. Pardon my language. Yes, I was angry.
Yeah.
When the police officer is too scared to go over and tell him to get off my property, there's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very bad problem. Yeah. Sorry. I'm gonna
It's
get off
okay.
now.
Oh, no. I'd be mad too. That's BS. I would have been putting up so many fences. There would have just been so many fences.
Oh, I did. I put up a redneck fence. I took my leftover posts from my trampoline and plowed them right into the ground on the property line with a big no trespassing sign.
Nice.
You want to see redneck? You got redneck. You want to put a full-size tractor and plow up my yard? I'll put up a redneck fence for you, redneck. Not a problem. You want to be out? You think you can out redneck me? Come on, dude.
Wow. Yeah.
Yes, I had a 6-foot fence in my backyard. The big plastic, expensive fence, and they would reach over the fence and cut things off my trees to put in their campfire. Yeah, it wasn't big enough. Yeah,
I think Josh said he's going to come up.
Oh, come on!
I told him that the link is in the panel links on Facebook, so if he wants to come up, he can.
I can post it here too.
I'm having issues with my shoulder.
I haven't had any issues yet posting it, so nobody's tried to come up that shouldn't. So
yeah, just be careful with that because I had a creepo coming up.
I know. I only let people up that I can see faces unless I know their voice really well.
Yeah. Yeah, Tammy has that. I wouldn't mess with Tammy. Tammy hikes and stuff like for weeks at a time. Like I wouldn't mess with her.
Not recently. But yes, I can put 50 pounds on my back and climb a mountain and sleep with bears.
I love you.
For fun.
You're so freaking amazing. You are so amazing.
I want to do that this summer. I
wish I could do that. I'd have to get in better shape, but yeah.
I'm in bad shape after COVID.
Yeah, they say that really like your lung capacity after that. Not saying that it's damaged. It's just like a lot of people still have problems breathing and getting back to where they were.
My problem is my hair.
Josh is in the basement.
Oh, there he is. Yeah.
Hello, ladies.
Oh, Lord.
I don't know how do I change this so
there you go. Hey,
how's everyone doing?
I'm doing good.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
All this garden talk, I had to come up.
Yeah, I could talk about gardens and chickens forever.
And geese.
Yeah, well, Josh could talk about geese. Yeah, he's in a relationship.
I don't know about them geese. I need to forget them. They're mean.
That's why I like them.
What's that?
That's why I like geese. They keep the people away. Nobody wants to be in your yard with the geese. That's why I like them.
Well, it's really easy. They have two emotions, love and hate, and they're really easy to decipher.
Yeah, they do.
I want 2 geese, but I want 2 of the pilgrim ones.
Becca says get out of the craft room.
Oh.
Yes, she saw you.
Oh.
This is off limits territory. You must be older than 18 and a girl.
Yeah, green thumb oregano is really, really, really invasive. So you really have to watch. But it's so worth it to get the benefits from it. And And, I'm thinking about starting my own Etsy store over the summer and selling my herbs and stuff on there.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
Or personally invited. Yes. If you're personally invited to Becca's craft room, then you can come in. By Becca, not by me. Vicious says we have to help you, Josh, out of your toxic relationship with your goose.
It's very
Fishes,
toxic.
quit trying to help everybody. I'll figure it out. I'm the ears, remember?
Oh, Lord.
A 12-foot root from the oregano. Oh, my word. Green thumb prepper. Wow. Oh, you have the buff geese. I got eggs and tried to hatch them, and nobody who got eggs from this lady, I tried twice, and nobody who got eggs from this lady ever got them to hatch. They weren't fertile. Mine didn't even start to develop, so I know they weren't fertile. I love buff geese.
Yeah, whatever those pilgrim ones are, they're kind of buff, but they look like mother goose. Mm-hmm. That's what I would think a mother goose would look like. You know what I mean?
You got to have deep enough water for them to breed in. They've got to have at least 8 inches of water.
The buff geese are like the color almost of buff Orpingtons.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
I separated my lavender Orpingtons, so hopefully I will have I probably already do have pure eggs now. So all I need to do is collect and put them in the incubator. Ooh. Hopefully.
Yeah, but really, what about Rico? That's what we really want to know.
What about him?
How's he doing? I haven't had an update on Rico in like 2 weeks.
Rico and Suave are doing excellent. And
awesome.
And they have already paired off with their mates.
Nice.
So
you're gonna have turkey eggs.
Yeah, they've united, and it feels so good. I don't know.
Can I ask Hickory Craft Farm what state you're in? I may be wanting to drive there for some baby geese. Yeah, the buff geese are gorgeous, and they're a rare breed. So right now they're on the heritage list of rare breeds, and they don't breed very well anyway together. So
yeah, I'm hoping I hope Valentino's breeding out there. He really is good with the ladies. Like it really impressed me when my husband said he was out there, and Valentino was like, they wouldn't go in the coop yet, and it was late at night, and they were all underneath the coop instead of going in, and Valentino had all the ladies under his wings.
Aww.
I'm like, really?
Oh, what a good man.
Yeah, I thought it was super cute.
Let me give you my
Hey,
code.
Gil.
Gil, hey.
Hey, Gil. Hey, Gil, I sent you a message earlier, bud. Check it out for me.
That is my son who came in for my phone and is now saying hi in the chat.
That's cute. He just wants to be involved.
Yes, he does. That's okay. He brought me lasagna.
Oh, heck yeah.
Lasagna for a phone? Good trade.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't made a lasagna in a long time. And the reason why is because it's so freaking expensive. But now that I have all my own jars of sauce, I might have to do that. Like, just the cheese alone is like freaking, like, before you know, it's like you could have just bought a Stouffer's. You know what I mean? But I just love my own. Yeah, it's not as good, but yeah.
Yes, Sawyer, I see you on the other account in the chat. Would you like to lose the phone? Just saying. Yes, Becca made this lasagna.
Nice.
And I don't think they would let me go to Ontario and put some geese in the trunk and bring them back across to Michigan. So I'm probably out of luck there, darn it. I don't know what the rules are for transporting geese, but I bet they're pretty firm and not very easy to get across the border.
Just an FYI, everybody, when I make my own lasagna, I don't make my own bread with it. Just throwing that out.
Well, I understand why. I mean, we don't need flaming bread briquettes anymore. I mean, people like garlic bread with that kind of stuff.
Oh my.
Not Gothic bread, garlic bread, just to be clear.
$12 a pound or $2. That's $6 a pound for cheese. Wow. Wow, Patty, that's a lot. Oh, hey. Sorry, Gil.
No problem.
Hey,
there you are.
Josh, none needed. I wasn't offended by anything you said. I can't remember what you said.
All right, buddy. I love you. I'll be on your show tonight, bud.
Yeah,
Yep,
I sent you the link to the email.
Did you send me a link too?
I just emailed it out, so you got it. And
I'll be there.
And Bruce got it. And I think you guys are going to have fun with it. But take it back, Tammy. It's your life right now.
Oh, no, go ahead, talk. I'm going to sit here and just eat my lasagna, and you can just talk. That's fine.
Yeah, I made some bread last night, and I had a major failure on my bread.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what happened?
It didn't rise.
Oh, did you?
I was very careful on the on adding the water was at the right temperature. I put in the yeast and everything, mixed it in.
Did you have like yeast in a jar or in little packets?
In the jar. Out, I keep it in the fridge. I take it out about 2 hours before I go to use it. I spoon it out, put it in another cup so it comes to room temperature.
That's what I was thinking, Becca, is bad yeast.
But I just bought it this summer. And what was weird is it didn't rise. But I think I know what I screwed up. I was experimenting off of some recipes I found about using condensed sweetened milk in the bread, and I'm not sure if that interfered with it. But
my husband said that you should have tried lighting it on fire.
I did. I put it over. When it wasn't raising at all, I took it over and put it in front of the wood burning stove where it got nice and hot.
There's a snort,
and it still wouldn't raise. So you shouldn't be asking Courtney anything about temperatures of anything on bread, because it's either 0 or 9,000 degrees. I mean,
only 900. Only 900.
Yeah.
Now Tammy's getting in on it. Oh my Lord.
Anyways, and so it didn't raise, and I had it sitting there, and the bowl it was in was nice and warm and everything. I had the towel over it. It wasn't raising. I said, screw this. I made up some more. I did some more. Took a measuring cup, put a little warm water in, make sure it's the right temperature, add yeast to it, stirred the yeast in there, dumped the sugar in, stirred some sugar in, it started frothing, dumped some flour on it to make it more of a paste, and I mixed it in with the other. Nothing. As soon as it mixed in with the other, it stopped acting. I don't know what was wrong, but it raised a little bit once it was in the oven. It probably went from that high to about that high. Yeah. And there were some pockets in there.
Maybe you just didn't give it enough time, because
an hour and a half, and it didn't raise anything.
Yeah. They say also you could start, like, preheat your oven to 300.
Yeah.
And once it's at 300, then turn it off, and then put your bread in there.
Yeah.
And let it rise in there as the,
Yeah.
They say you could do that too, but you probably just had bad yeast.
Well, I used this before and it came out great. Same jar. I've been using it and it came out great. This time, the only thing different is instead of using regular milk, I used sweetened condensed milk in it. But I know my grandmother used to use sweetened condensed milk, and it would work. It just that she had to thin it down to the consistency of regular milk for the measurement.
When did you add the salt? Where did you put the salt in?
The salt was put in on the bottom with the bottom of the flour and stuff, and so I start mixing it from the top, working my way down to it. So I had stuff all mixed up in it, but
salt will kill yeast.
Yeah,
That's why.
and I went light on
Okay.
the salt because I wanted it
Right.
to really. I wanted some nice, almost like French bread where it has the whole big holes in it and stuff. And
Yeah.
so,
See, my recipe doesn't call for milk or anything like that.
yeah,
It doesn't call for sugar. I use honey
yeah,
instead, and I use whole wheat flour and stuff like that. I don't eat white bread, so whole wheat is
yeah.
what I make.
And I had several recipes saying to put milk in it, and then I had say not to. So the next time I'm going to try it without salt, just flat out without salt,
Mhm.
and without and just use milk, just use water instead of milk, and see what I can get it to go there. I just wish I had my mom's bread book, which my wife wanted to keep in California, because we had a good recipe and it turned out perfect every time. And so when I go back, I'm going to take the book up and say, "Hey, you're not making bread. I'm trying to make bread. I'm taking it up there."
Welcome, Chris Clever Craft. Thank you for coming in.
All right. Hey, Chris. Let's see. Oh, Lily's here too. Lewis. All right. There we go. Yeah. Oh, and I had fun up in Idaho Falls today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my fun, sarcastic, dripping with sarcasm here. My son was he's a data hog on our phone plan. We have an AT&T phone plan. You can't get it anymore. It's $20 per phone, up to 20 phones, and it's only 2 gigabytes shared amongst everybody. Well, he's the data hog. None of the rest of us use data hardly ever at all. And he's been killing it off halfway through the month. So he decided he wanted to get his own plan and stuff. And so he was trying to get it up. And they when he tried to do it, they put the billing, even though it was the account was his, they put me as the responsible party. And he tried going over with them and giving them all the passcodes and stuff to transfer the phone. So I had to go in there and talk with the guy. And after about 10, 15 minutes trying to explain everything, he goes, "Wait a minute." He's going through the check. He goes, "Oh, okay, now I get it." Because he said mine would have been canceled. His number had been canceled off of my planning. And he finally found my son's plan. He goes, "Oh, I see what's going on. Here, give me a second, get some work." And in 2 minutes, he goes, "Call your son, tell him to go to an AT&T store, tell him to check the data on it. There's a note in there releasing the phone from me to him." Because they still want to say it was my phone, even though it's on his account.
Yeah. Phone companies can do some shady stuff.
Yeah. It's just, they're, and if you try to do anything, well, see, AT&T has 2 types of stores. They have corporate stores, and then they have authorized dealers.
Yes.
Sort of like a franchise. The franchises, authorized dealers can't do squat with this.
No. You have to go to our original store, like a real store.
All they do is cell phones and new plans.
Yeah, I have AT&T.
Then they're done that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so and online the same thing. Online, AT&T online, they try to change the plan. And so I went over the guy, okay, well, how much are we being charged? He goes, "You're being charged $20 a phone. You still have that plan, 2 gigabytes. I said, yes, because they tried to change it to a 6 gigabyte, charging $40 per phone.
Yeah. What were you saying, Tammy, about yours? You dropped your phone and what?
February of 2020 or 2021, whenever the Great Plague came out and everything was shut down, my son dropped my phone. I was sharing a plan with my friend. It was a business plan. She released my phone number so I could go get my own plan. AT&T could not do that. They couldn't figure it out. Couldn't give me my phone and my plan. I had to get a brand new phone and a brand new plan because they couldn't figure out, even though I have her on the phone, releasing it.
Well, what has to happen is I found out the owner of the plan has to go in beforehand, have them access the plan, put a note in the plan.
I had the letter that the AT&T sent me, saying that it had been released to me from AT&T. They still couldn't figure it out because it was a local store and not a corporate store.
That's the thing, because the local stores can't even do it, even if they had everything done. They can't do it. You got to go to a corporate store because they have more access.
None of them were open.
I know.
They were all closed.
Oh, because of the...
So I wound up with a new phone and a new plan. And yeah, it was a mess.
Oh, I can imagine.
But I love Idaho Falls, by the way. I almost moved there. I applied for a job.
Oh, I mean, it's nice. At least Idaho Falls, before it starts snowing, they have trucks that drive around and spray a brine solution on the roads. So when it starts snowing, it starts melting immediately.
Yeah, we have that here.
1995, I went out there on vacation, went to the hospital, applied for a job, and never heard back from them. But I was on vacation. And I got to write the whole vacation off because I applied for a job while I was on vacation.
Nice.
So I still won.
Yeah. Yeah, what you should have done is come south 30 miles to Blackfoot, and there's a hospital just as big as the one in Idaho Falls down in Blackfoot.
That's where I grew up, Gil, is in Blackfoot.
Yeah.
I was possibly going to live 50 miles east of Idaho Falls. I flew into Pocatello, and it was halfway between Pocatello and Idaho Falls was where I was staying.
Okay.
I don't remember the name of the one-horse town, but I don't believe it had a stoplight.
Well, that sounds a lot like on the other other main highway that goes around the foothills of the Tetons. Shoot.
We went. There's a town that had a college, and the whole college was shut down when there was a mass murderer there that was going through the tunnels underground and killing people in the dorms. We went skiing. I don't know what the name of that town is now, but we went skiing right at the National Ski Resort right
Rexburg has a big university.
No, this university was shut down because of a mass murderer. So it's closed down and vacant and abandoned.
Okay. Yeah, right.
But they had tunnels under the ground so you could go from one dorm to the other dorm. This is Court. How has Courtney not ever heard of this?
No, I've never heard of it. I'm like totally into it.
It was shut down. It's in the middle of this valley.
Yeah.
But they didn't want it. Kids couldn't go outside to walk to their classes, so they had tunnels from every building to the other. And there was this mass murderer down there killing people in them.
Interesting.
In the
was the town called Swan Valley?
I don't remember.
Or Irwin?
It was 1995. Come on, Gil.
I mean, I was thinking a town like Swan Valley is kind of hard to get.
I think in 1995 I was 8 years old. No.
I have a picture of me. I'll post it on Facebook. I have a picture of me in Idaho Falls in 1995 in my ski jacket.
I was 11.
It was lime green with purple stripes.
In 1995, my wife was 95. Yeah, my wife was 30, and we'd been married 8 years.
Wow. I had been divorced for a year in 1995. I had my son in 1994.
Interesting.
Catching up on the side chat there. But
the person that got my old number on AT&T sent naked pictures of himself to my pastor's wife because he didn't like getting my phone calls. On a business account, might I add. That's a business number.
Did they get the police involved?
No.
In 1995, I was 15, living in group homes. Oh, I'm sorry.
That makes me unhappy because everybody should have a home.
I was in a foster care facility, but I don't remember it because I was really young. I'm guessing was not impressed since you found out.
No. She was thinking she was texting me. She didn't have my new number yet, and she was not impressed. It was not impressive.
Oh, you mean it was no big deal?
It was no big deal. No big deal at all.
So, Gail, what's your subject for tonight?
Tonight's subject is after the first year of the mini ice age. Basically, we're going to be talking about all these channels that are out there saying, we're entering a grand solar minimum, we're all going to freeze. Despite the fact that the cycle goes up and down as it goes. And in 2018, we hit the bottom and we started coming back up. Well, are coming back up right now? If this is the projected pattern, the sunspot numbers are like this above the projected number. So, and they're still saying, groups say, oh, we're in a grand solar minimum. And we're all looking like, so we're going to talk first about what happens if there is a mini ice age and what we can do as homesteaders, preppers, and stuff to keep on surviving if these people's work dream comes through. And then afterwards, I'm going to blow it out of the water with the real science and tell everybody to go over and see Ben Davis as Suspicious Observers and check out his stuff on it. And then we'll talk about things that we can do anyways to increase our crops and food and everything else so that.
And that's at 10 my time, Eastern Standard, right?
10 Eastern, yes.
Okay, so that gives me time to slap some makeup on my face.
You don't need no damn makeup. Stop it.
Just dim the lights if you're worried about that. But hey, Courtney, I tell my wife, I hate it when she puts makeup on. I said it doesn't make you look any prettier. And to me, it makes you look, and I get hit in the head. It makes you look like a tramp.
Oh,
she swats me.
I hope you don't think that of me.
I tell her, you are more beautiful without makeup than you are with makeup.
Oh my lord!
You don't need to.
No, I'm way too pale. Now, if I was darker complected, maybe I might. But I'm way too pale.
My wife just yelled from the kitchen, "Put your war paint on and get with it."
I love it.
Yeah. But yeah. So anyway, so I got some historical stuff to discuss too. Talking about what happened back in 1355 that wound up ending about 1811. It was called the Big Chill, the Little Ice Age. You know, when Valley Forge was frozen over and we had 1 year in 77 there was no summer.
Mm-hmm. The year without a summer.
Yes. Yep. And so we're going to talk about what caused that and everything else and have some other stuff. But yeah, it should be fun. It should be fun and informative. And hopefully everyone will pick up some ideas on what they can do anyways, with or without an ice age. And no, I did not get a chance to get my little greenhouse going. I was going to show up in here. I was going to take pictures of it. I still got to get stuff set up.
Homestead Aquarius, I haven't heard you with or without makeup. I'm not sure. Because we don't ever get to see you.
If you wear makeup, like I would never know.
Yeah. I mean, I can't tell from your voice whether you're prettier with makeup or not.
That's snort number 2.
Because you never see Robert's face ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Well,
I think you saw his hand once in a video.
Oh yeah, and his feet. You see his boots.
Yes.
Well, I did see the funniest meme that I had to disagree with. They showed a picture of a guy before showering, and he's all grubby and everything else, and afterwards he's all really. Then it says woman before showering, and she's all got all her makeup on. Afterwards, she's all. And it's like, I think Mac posted that one. I think that was a Mac Gilbert one.
Yeah, he's hilarious. I love him.
If you don't follow Matt Gilbert on Facebook, you follow him, you will laugh your fanny off at some of his memes he posts up there. Like, the Valentine's dinner meme. Have you seen that one?
I think I did, but I can't quite remember.
The potato chips in the can of Vienna sausages.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, he's funny.
Follow me for more dinner tips.
Yeah. Some of my favorite channels, like Heirloom Permaculture is particularly one of them, and Mac Southern Bless. They're friends. So they're always like talking to
Yeah.
each other and goofing off. And
I keep forgetting his first name. Begins with a D. I'm not sure if it's Doug or Dave. And it's KAV. Bacon
Doug.
Commander.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
He
Commander
comes
Bacon.
out. Yeah, Commander Bacon, man. He comes out with some good ones too.
Yep. I liked his he did some walkthroughs of some national parks where I've been.
Yeah.
Those were pretty good.
Hi, Boots and Bunny.
Oh no, we were just talking about you. I'm trying to try out my tips I learned last night.
Hey, I just froze. That January 77, we had some, I don't want to say it, nasty, wet, cold weather in Northern California. Northern, I mean San Francisco Bay Area. And it actually, it was pretty bad. It froze a lot of water lines.
Mm-hmm.
All right, these are buried water lines. Froze buried water lines in around the San Francisco Bay Area.
Well, I remember the blizzard of 77 because my parents ran a store on the major freeway here in Michigan, and we kept the store open 24 hours so that the police could bring people in to warm up as a warming station. And we kept the coffee pots going for the plow trucks. And it took a good 3 days to plow out the people that were stuck on the highway.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, your live last night was really good, Mr. Boots and Bounty. I did get your Nightbot hooked up, but I haven't got him working yet on here. But I did follow through with all your tips. Thank you. Because I'm still learning so much.
I'm thinking about planting some like bushes, like berry bushes in my food forest.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done it yet because it's in my side yard, so I didn't know how that would look. But
one of the things to look into, and I'm speaking from experience on this, on your berries, it's harder to get the good thornless berries.
Mm-hmm.
We had blackberries when I was growing up, and 3 big, huge, long rows of them, and there was only about 20 feet of the one row that was the thornless Olali thumbberries. Those are the only ones I would pick. I wouldn't go into the others. Get my parents so mad at me. Why don't you pick these over here? I hate getting stuck. I'll go help my grandmother make the jam. I'll mash the berries. I'll sweat in the kitchen. You guys can pick. After about 3 years, they finally let me go in there and help my grandmother and stay in there and not pick. Because when I was out there picking, I'd scream and yell and holler and almost get my mouth washed out with soap several times a day.
Yeah, Barb, we have like 8 blueberry bushes, and they're all different varieties. Most of them are. I do have a pink blueberry lemonade bush too. It's pink blueberries. It's pretty cool.
I have failed at blueberries. I have planted them 3 times and killed them all 3 times. And I've put a lot of pine needles out to acidify my soil.
We have pine trees lining the one side of our driveway. Yeah. So they're on that side. So they're underneath kind of, but they still get the sun. Yeah. They're not completely shaded out. So,
I mean, Court, you could try to contact Howie at Food Forest Permaculture, and he'd probably help you out with your food forest.
Yeah, probably.
He knows everything about them.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of the things my wife did, and it was in her the video. I guess it's been a year and a half ago now, for when she did the garden tour in the front yard and the backyard there in California. All her blueberries that she planted them directly into pots full of peat moss, and they're just happy as clams.
Yeah, because of the acidic, they need an acidic soil. That I know. But there is a blueberry farm not far from me, and I just met that neighbor, and he let me go in, and it's an old blueberry farm. They no longer pick them, and it's huge, and he let me go in and pick all he wants. So I have to
Nice.
drop him off some blueberry jam I made from that.
Mhm.
But I was
We
really
have-
lucky to be able to pick. He even gave me buckets to pick.
We have a pick your own farm that's like not too far from here. So they have raspberries and blueberries and peppers and strawberries and all that stuff out, like, in season all the time. But I went to pick blueberries this last time. I got so impatient. It was like 90 degrees out. I'm picking blueberries and I just couldn't pick enough of those suckers. I'm like, I'm out. See ya.
Yeah. Carol, my wife is making me leave a lot of the lawn here on the new property up here as lawn. I want to put in a big greenhouse. I want to, put in, start turning an area into an orchard with the apricot trees, apple trees. I just keep on forgetting the one she likes. Nectarine, a couple nectarine, and some peach trees and some cherry trees. Even though I don't eat nectarines or cherries, peaches I can. Oh, and pear trees, a couple of pear trees as well. But she's going, oh, we need to have a place for the kids to run around. And I said, didn't you used to run around on your parents' apricot orchard?
Mhm.
Yeah. And play around under the trees? Yeah. We got boys. That's what they're going to want to do for grandkids.
Oh.
We got 4 boys for grandkids.
One of my earliest orchard memories, my great grandparents' farm was left to my grandparents. My grandma got her grandparents' farm. Put it that way. Sorry. Generation didn't farm there. And then my aunt and uncle bought it from them. I spent all my summers in the orchard. And one of my earliest memories is me and my cousin up in the plum tree spitting pits at the boys who were trying to climb up and bother us. And I know I wasn't 12 yet. We're in the very front yard in that Stanley plum tree that we're not supposed to be in. And the branches were like this big around. That's how old that thing was. That's the branches. And
You remind me of what my sister did. My sister is 10 years older than I am. And my cousin, there's one, Jay is a year older than my sister. And Debbie's a year younger. So the girls were out there playing around, and they're climbing one of the apricot trees, picking apricots. And Jay and Roland were out there, and they said, hey, give us apricots, give us apricots. No. And they started to come down. They whipped it out, and they started peeing at them. And they chased the girls back up the tree. My sister turned around, lifted, and peed down on the boys.
Wow.
Kids these days, they just don't know how to have fun.
Oh, no, I know. The boys were, they're peeing on us. And my grandmother and my mom and my aunt went out there. What's going on? They were peeing at us when we were trying to come down out of the tree, so we peed back on them.
Hey, I'd love to say that's a weird story, Gil, but my brother used to pee on me off the top of the haystack all the time.
Yeah.
Ew. Yeah.
It's a farm thing.
Yeah,
Never-
it's a
We could
farm
climb
thing.
the plum tree, but we were not allowed to climb any of the apple trees or the peach trees. I'd have got myself whipped with a belt for that.
Either that or they would have been laughing so hard that you were peeing on them. But that's what happened. My mom, my grandma, they all started laughing, went back inside the house and just laughed at the 2 boy cousins.
I'm a deer hunter, so I deal with pee all the time. And we were down at the store, and I was just getting my wife into deer hunting, and they had doe urine at the counter, and I was like, she's like, "What is this?" I'm like, "It's doe pee. You put it in your hair to bring the deer to you." And the guy at the counter's like, "Don't you dare do that to her." And I'm like, "Oh man, busted."
You don't ever put it on yourself, Josh. You put it on a stump and then you walk 5 or 10 feet away.
Yeah,
Do
I
not
know.
put it on yourself. Do not
Yeah,
put it on yourself.
We use female products for it. That's the best. That's the best way to do it. You just hang one of them in a tree and put the urine all over it. I know it's weird,
Because
but
it's
that's what we
not
do.
safe to walk out of the woods if you got that on you. FYI.
Well, they could try that all they want. I mean, if they're running at me, I don't have to. It's not that far of a shot.
Yeah, but when you're walking out and they're coming from behind, it's not as much fun as when you're waiting.
I would
for 'em with the
say
gun
that's
in front.
extremely dangerous because I've seen what male deer can do to
Oh,
people.
I totally want that redneck story. I got attacked by a giant buck and killed it with a knife. That would be awesome.
Not so much.
No, not so much.
Not so much.
Well, Josh, one year for laughs and giggles, when I went out hunting doing bow hunting, I took one of my katanas out with me. I almost got a deer running down the path. The deer just swerved just a little bit, and I just missed it. The guy was
You out there ninja the deer like a samurai, Gil? I wish I was a fly on the wall to see that. That would have been awesome.
Cool.
Basically, I was just standing next to a big tree next to the path they came down with my bow, and I heard it up there. I go, I pulled out the sword. I'm gonna see if he runs by here. He ran right by, and I just missed him. He just got a glint just enough and leaned over away, and I just missed him. It was neck height. It was perfect height too.
Wow.
We're going to talk about being nice to animals now.
Yanked it out of my hand and broke.
We're getting a side eye from court. We're going to be nice about talking about animals now. We love animals. I want to hug them and love them and squeeze them and make them my own.
Like that. Come on now.
Well, Josh, you've seen the Bambi movies, right? The short ones, not the ones by Disney. The other ones on people put out for they're about 30 seconds long or a minute long, like Bambi versus Godzilla and Bambi's Revenge.
I haven't seen them. No.
Well, basically, Bambi's out there walking along, and they got the music playing. It's not quite stick figure drawing. Bambi's walking. All of a sudden, you hear this thump, thump. Bambi looks up around. All of a sudden, a big old foot comes down. Then about a month later, he came out with Bambi's Revenge. Does the same thing, comes down, and then you see a nuclear bomb going off. And you see Bambi back in the woods with remote controlling the animated deer.
We don't want armed deer. That makes it not as fun.
Oh wait, you didn't like Crocodile Dundee dressing up like the kangaroo shooting back at the hunters?
Yeah, kangaroo is way out of my league.
Bob.
Speaking of out there stories, I once took a kangaroo for a walk on a leash.
Interesting.
Yes. I'm still friends with the people that own it.
There is a Facebook reel out there where a kangaroo is like attacking a dog. Mm-hmm. And the guy rushes over and pulls the kangaroo from the dog. And he literally is boxing with the kangaroo and totally like punches the kangaroo in the face.
Yeah, they're different. This was a baby kangaroo, and we had a portable zoo come to where I was keeping our horses, and we were camping there with the horses. And we wound up being the only two people camping there, the portable zoo and us. So we got a little bored on the off hours from the horse shows, and it was a little local carnival fair, like 4-H fair, but not 4-H. And so we got convinced we had to camp there and stay with our horses. Nobody else did. One of those, you're new in horse showing and get told a lot of things. You're like, I didn't think So they had a baby kangaroo and they didn't have a way to exercise it properly. And so we had a sheep halter at home, baby sheep halter. And so I went and got it and we put it on the kangaroo and it fit just perfect and gave it to them. They said they made a fortune. Every other event they went to that summer, they took that baby kangaroo on that leash and walked it around, and people just followed them right back to their exhibit.
Oh, I can imagine.
They said they made a fortune. So they're like, anytime you want to come over, come on over. They also have 6 big cats that are loose in their house. So they're like, but just call us and give us an hour notice so we can put the cats in their cages. So on the last day of the fair, after walking the baby kangaroo, and I have it on video, I should find that video and post it on YouTube. My daughter got to go in the cage and feed the lions on the last day of the big cats.
Oh, that's cool. What kind of big cats did they have?
They had tigers and lions. I think it was a lion. I have to go look in the video. It's
Wow.
been so long.
That's a lot of orange chicken.
It was a big kitty cat. He's a big house cat. He's a lovey cat. He was
Mhm.
too. He was a
Till
very
he
lovely
eats you.
cat.
Eats you alive while you're sleeping on the couch
She
one
was
day.
just so excited to get to actually go in the cage with him.
Yeah.
She just
That'd be cool.
She was 9 at the time, and they're like, "Do we have permission?" I'm like, "Yep." You know, it's unpredictable, and I'm like, "Yep." It's a once in a lifetime experience for her, and
Yeah.
she still to this day talks about it. Yes,
Yeah.
you're right, Bruce. They will, but you know, there are some times in life when you just have to take a chance and see if it's fun or if it's a big mistake.
No way would I
got
go in
married twice.
anywhere with all the lions and stuff. I look like a baby hippo. They'd be on me like flies on stink.
Oh, stop.
You better stick to geese, Josh. You better stick to geese.
Right? Non-carnivorous animals are the best. You
I
know?
mean, geese bite, but
They don't have teeth, really, though.
All right. Well, I got to go get something to eat and do some other stuff so I can get ready for my live stream here later on.
Yeah, we probably ought to shut this one down. It's been
Right.
quite a bit of time. Thank you, everyone.
All
you're
right.
welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tammy.
Tammy, can I put the link to my live?
Yes, please do. We'll keep it open so you can do that. Yes.
All right, there it
We-
is. There's the link to my live in an hour and a half.
We have to support Rubble Cammer, so
Yeah.
we have to support Tammy. So we'll do what we
I
can
don't
to
know
get
if
your
I'll be
hours.
awake. I don't know if I'll be awake for the whole thing, but I'm going to
Yeah.
play it. Sometimes I have to wake up in the morning and turn it off,
Yeah.
but I'm going to play it. Then I have to go back and watch it in reruns. You guys have got to do like some early ones for me. Like, you know.
Yeah. Well, right between my Friday and my Monday, I put a thing out there on my community tab. You know, to vote which one you want me to keep because I'm gonna get rid of one of them. And right now, I think it's like 69% for the. See what it says here. It says, it's 63% to keep the Monday night at 8:30 Eastern, and 38% to keep the Friday night one. So I'm going to give it another week here, see what it looks like, and then I'll make my decision which one I'm going to keep and which one I'm going to get rid of.
Were you able to get the link in there?
Yeah, the link's in there. It's gone up. It's up there. It's on camp. The link is from Camp Patton Family Compound, guys, but the live is for Gray Man Prepping.
Yep. We'll see you over there, Gail. Thanks again, Tammy.
All right.
See you later.
Thank you, everyone. When is
Bye,
your
Cora.
live next, Josh? Courtney and I go live tomorrow. Gil's
Tomorrow at
Yeah.
noon, me and Tammy.
Yeah, I'll probably do one Saturday sometime, depending on the weather. I'll do a walk and see if the snow's gone.
Yeah.
I'm doing
You got
one
one
at
Saturday?
11:30. So
Yeah,
on Saturday.
it'll be later than that. Maybe
Okay.
I'll go on after you.
All right. Well, you can
All
post the link in mine if you do. So,
Okay, we'll do.
All right.
See y'all-
I'll see
see
you,
y'all in a bit.
everyone. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.